I am getting such interesting energy about a prophecy being fulfilled. The message started coming through when I looked up and saw the rune Othala, which is home, ancestors, and inheritance. And then straight after that, in comes the card, the heir to the throne. Unseen potential, hesitation. Not really looking at these. It's interesting. I notice that the way that I symbolically understand the words on these cards often doesn't relate to the words, but the words may come through as we go along. Underneath the heir, so you are the heir to this prophecy, the heir to the throne kind of thing. It's huge with Jupiter and Saturn and the heir to the throne. It's really very powerful. Your ancestors are told stories about this, the storyteller. Stories were told about this prophecy that would come true. And you, my friend, you are the heir in this prophecy. You're the heir to the throne. You're Arthur coming across the sword and the stone and lifting it out easily. Like, you're the one here. It is divinely ordained, and it is huge with Jupiter. Jupiter and Saturn. Jupiter, this is massive, it's expansive. It's more than you thought you could be or that you would be. This is the energy here. It's bigger than what you thought you were here to do or what you have been doing. It has bigger meaning, like there's more weight to what you are currently being called to do. There's more weight, there's more like spiritual consequences to what you're doing than what you realize. This is huge. And with Saturn I get, it is written. Saturn is the rules, the boundaries, the structure. We've got a scythe here. This is like cut and dry energy. Like this was written for you, the storyteller. Getting the Norns, the weavers of fate. Here, your ancestors told stories about this homecoming, that you are the heir to the throne in. You're the hero of this story. This is huge. It's bigger than what you thought you were here to do. Now, this doesn't necessarily mean that you necessarily have to have some huge, not looking at these cards yet, huge role on the material plane, like being, the president or something like that. What we're getting is the energy of, oh my God, I just got Terminator 2. There's no fate but what we make. So interesting because I had the weavers of fate coming in, but it's this taking ownership energy. This is rising energy, rising into your own spiritual, personal power. At this time in like human history, in the history of your ancestral lineage, like it is written, it is preordained. However, at the same time, Arthur may have chosen not to pull the sword from that stone, or he may have done that and then decided that he didn't want to follow through on the prophecy. There's no fate but what we make. You have the choice here. Interesting. Four of Pentacles. You have the choice here. There's no fate but what we make. This is such a powerful moment. Because in Terminator 2, my favourite movie as a child, my favourite movie, love that movie. In that movie, Linda Hamilton, can't remember the name of her character at this time, but her character sees that what is happening now in this science lab, if she can basically prevent the future from happening, prevent this future moment, Skynet, basically it's AI robots, interestingly. It's this AI, artificial intelligent robot thing that was created by humans that then takes over, takes control, and tries to exterminate all the humans because they're just getting in the way of this big machine, Skynet, doing what it wants to do. So this is really interesting as well. Highly topical. So this is a movie from the 80s that foresaw this happening. So this is interesting as well. The storyteller, filmmaking, the prophecy was laid out for AI and robots. The prophecy was laid out and the story was told in the movie Terminator 2, Terminator 1 and Terminator 2. So that's interesting. So we're gonna put that to the side, take that and run with it. Should you want to, for sure. My finger just touched these. Because this could well be the prophecy that is coming through here, for sure. For sure. I mean, expansion, rules and boundaries, the skies, the cutting away. Both of these have these gold nuggets on their fingertips. Whatever this is, it's very, very powerful. Very powerful. Voice. It's interesting. Obfuscate. Very interesting. With illuminate underneath. But in reverse. There's some smoke and mirrors going on. For sure. With the puppeteering here. The shadow animals. Gosh, what is this? I mean, there's no fate but what we make. This is so interesting because this is coming through with that whole, I highly recommend the Terminator movies. Terminator 1 and 2. I watched Terminator 2 first and then Terminator 1 after that. Highly recommend those movies, but there's something here about you awakening here, illuminate and voice in reverse, to your role that was prophesized here. Like you have a very important role here on this planet at this time, like this time and date is what I'm getting. Like right now. Doesn't have to be to do with Skynet, AI taking over the world or whatever, but it's big like that. It's big like that. And you have a very important role, and this role was prophesized. And you are awakening to this, but with the voice and illuminate in reverse, it's hitting this energy here that came through before about that this role is bigger than what you thought you were here to do. The calling is bigger. The calling has more weight. And you're like, oh, I mean, I've been doing this over here. 4 of Pentacles. Is it my 10 of Pentacles? Is it my dream life? No, but it's good. It's safe. It does what I need it to do, you know, this kind of energy. And then here's this calling, here's this prophecy being activated within you. I'm getting like now, like this time, this date, it's being activated now. You're becoming very aware of this role that you're being called to play at this time. But there is reluctance. There's reluctance here. So let's get more info about that. 3 of Cups. There's more than just you. There's more than one of you. You're a collective that has come with a particular mission. You're all a part of this prophecy that is coming into play now. This time and date. It's coming into play now, and you are a key part of this prophecy unfolding. You're not alone. And so this could be the reluctance here, because you're like, that is massive. That is huge. And I'm just me kind of thing. So you're a part of a collective. It's not all up to you. So you can sort of put that pressure down. It's not all up to you, but you have a very important role to play as a part of this collective of souls that is being activated right now. Right now. This prophecy is coming into play now. Death. I mean, with the skies here, scythe, sorry if I'm saying it wrong, and death, I mean, this is the end of, the old world and the beginning of the new. This is the energy here. Remembering this book I read a long time ago, it was called Anastasia, and in it she prophesizes that humanity will reach a point where we have to choose, black or white, what she called technocratic way of living, this merging with machines and technology, or going back to nature, basically, back to natural medicines, plant medicines, natural ways of living in harmony with nature, in community with nature. So she saw this split. It's a long time ago that these books came out. There are a whole series called The Ringing Cedars of Russia. Highly recommend that as well. There's no fate but what we make. This is the energy of where we're at as a soul collective now, where you are at. It's almost like fate is in your hands with the Norns here. It's like this moment is fated. This moment for the activation of this prophecy is written, it is fated. We are here now. Now. Time and date came through super clearly. It's very important that this is happening now, probably with certain astrological configurations here with Saturn and Jupiter being here, being the cards that came through. And this is the moment where as a collective, as a collective, humanity chooses. And you and your soul group are an extremely important part of this moment. Of this, what I'm getting is changing of the guard. The changing of the guard. You're not alone. It's not all up to you. This is your whole soul group. And this mission, this prophecy is being activated within all of you right now. And this is the no fate but what we make moment. This is the moment where you and your collective of souls can change the trajectory of the human story. I really want more information. We've got these ones that came up under our Four of Pentacles. Can we please get more information? These ones want to come through. More information about what is this role for you particularly as a part of this soul group, as a part of this soul collective. I'm getting, some of you are here to show the truth with this illuminate, with the open eye. Through creativity, we've had movies come up, we've had books come up, you know, could be plays, could be podcasts. Viewpoints and control. So we've got alternative media. You know, the mainstream media lost the fight a long time ago. They used to have complete control over what their societies believed was true and what their societies believed is false. That has been decimated. That is dead, done and over with the death card. They do not have control anymore. Alternative media, podcasts, YouTube, social media has taken over that role. So some of you are being called to illuminate others, to share your truth, to share your story, to share your viewpoint here through creativity, through media. Some of you are being called to use your voice here. So this is like showing people, and this is like telling people. Those can be mixed, obviously. This can be, often you're doing the same thing. This is through media, and this is through creativity here. Telling the truth as you see it, as you know it to be true, and using these new ways of communicating to share your viewpoint. Very interesting. Let it burn, let the old world burn. There's this like new way of doing things is coming through. She's got the moon and a nest on her antlers, on her head. This is, you know, quite unusual. It's very unique. Here we go. It's unique to you. And just like the let it burn with what came through about the old mainstream media, like that is burnt to a crisp. It has no sway anymore. It has no control. We, the people on the internet, through these alternative, medias, have the capacity to tell our truth, and we also have the capacity to find truths that resonate with us. But there's something very unique about what you're about to do here. Very unique. Let it burn. There's an old way of communicating, of sharing, of showing your personal viewpoint that is burning up right now. It's like your guidance is to do something quite unique here. It's not about doing it the old way with the let it burn and what came through over here. It's something quite unique and personal to you with the moon as well. It's very personal to you. It's something potentially you've been hiding. If you see this hair in camouflage and hiding over here, this is perhaps a part of you that you don't like readily share. Something you feel vulnerable about sharing. It's personal to you. Like, for example, like say you witnessed a UFO or a UAP, or you experienced contact with aliens or interdimensional beings or something like that, and you had this experience. However, this is just an example, you have hidden that truth from others because you know it's so strange. You know there will be people that won't believe you. You know that, You think that by sharing it, you're going to make yourself very vulnerable, you know, all fear things. And this is why we've got our Four of Pentacles here. So carrying on with this analogy, you're like, yeah, but I'm safe here. No one's going to ridicule me. You know, I'm not going to have my job or career questioned. You know, it's this kind of, you know, I'm safe, but I'm stuck. This is the energy here. So whatever this rabbit, this hiding here is for you, it's something very personal to you, could well be a part of your story that you hold back from sharing this because it's safer, you know, in our society for you to hold this back. However, this is the thing that is so unique to you and personal to you that you're being guided right here and right now to share, to reveal. This is why these are upside down. There's reluctance here, and for good reason. There's good reason for this reluctance. But the time is now, and we got so clearly time and date. The time is now. The prophecy is happening now, and then we get there's no fate but what we make. And this is what this is. There's no fate but what you make right now. You and your collective of souls. Amazing. Cuddle and cradle. Take care of yourself. 2 foxes. 2 moons. This is loving this aspect of your story or aspect of who you are that is so unique that you're afraid to share it. Cuddle and cradle the ish out of this thing. You know, this is full-on reparenting. This is soul retrieval as well, because this is something that you have told yourself that you cannot share. You've told yourself this for good reason. We're in the 3-dimensional world here. However, now is the time. There's no fate but what you make. Now is the time, now is the calling to let that fear of being seen and heard for who you truly are burn. Let it burn, let it go. There's no fate but what you make. And the way to do that is to cuddle and cradle and nurture this aspect of you that is so unique and that you have been afraid to share. Nurture this energy, this aspect of you into health and strength and the ability to reveal what this is to the world, to others here. This is sharing. Wow, amazing. We're just going to choose this one more card that was down here. Yeah, beautiful. So this has been about the what. So we've definitely got information about what this is, that you have been too afraid or too shy or too aware of the judgment of the 3D world to share. However, nurture it into being. What's our final guidance, please? Court the subconscious. You're going beyond the veil. I've had this come through recently, just with delving into the Norse mythology of the 9 worlds, the tree of life, and how humanity is in like this middle world. I don't know the correct term, but there's all these other worlds, there's all these other dimensions, dimensional realities. And I've started to realize that the human being, the human soul, the human archetype is actually in the center for a reason, because we have access to all the other realms, all the other worlds, all the other dimensions. We live at the intersection of everything. This is the power. This is the true power of humanity. This is what, smoke and mirrors wise, certain energies that want to control have tried to thwart. They've tried to, you know, if you think about not that long ago, mainstream media, how much they would ridicule anything that was to do with spirituality, anything that was to do with UFO alien contact, anything that did not suit the energy of mainstream control was ridiculed, just decimated in the perspective of the populace. Because who would put themselves out there and tell their truth when all that was going to happen then was to be publicly humiliated and ridiculed, and you'd lose your job, you'd lose your reputation, all of this. But now it's the people that have the power. The mainstream control, the mainstream media, no longer, it is gone, no longer has power over the way that the public sees information, sees personal experiences. So you're being guided to kind of wake up to that fact that you have access to the other worlds. You have access to the other dimensions. You're fully conscious and aware that you do. And you can grow that. You can expand that. And you can cut away, burn away the fear of being publicly judged in a very negative way that would have happened in the past but won't happen now, because the nature of the beast has changed radically within like a matter of like a couple of decades. This situation in the 3D world has completely transformed, and now look at you. You can reveal who you truly are to others, to your community, your family, to the human collective, publicly. You can put the crown on your head. You can pull the sword from the stone and you can own it. You can own who you are, and you can reveal in a way that's very unique to you your truth to humanity at this pivotal moment in our evolution. There is no fate but what you make.